Let me just make sure I'm exited. I did. All right. It is time to go spin the wheel for the last time tonight. Let's see what our last game of the night is. Oh, hold on. I gotta remove patron. Boop. There we go. Down to 9 games. What's it gonna be for the last game? What are we spending our last 3 hours on? And it is... Ooh, this will be fun. Okay, this is a game that I have a lot of hours in, but I haven't played in like 5 years. So this game is called Thea the Awakening. Let me get it. I've actually never downloaded it on this computer because I played it on my college laptop. It also has a sequel that I also own, Thea the Shattering, which I debated on which one to put on the wheel because I've played less of the Shattering, but I figured I should introduce them in order. So we've got Thea the Awakening first. Now Steam considers this a mature game, but Twitch doesn't. So just heads up, there's nothing graphic. Nothing. It wasn't considered a mature game when I bought it. So they changed that at some point. I found out when I tried to look at the Steam page the other day. Yeah, I'm not done yet, Bluma. But if you need to leave, feel free. It is time. Thea the Awakening. All right. So I've updated that. I need to install it. Yeah, I've got a little over 100 hours in this game. But again, I haven't played in at least 5 years. So it's been a while. It's been a while for me. Yes, one more. I have one more game. 3 more hours of streaming to get the full 12 hours. We're just over 9 hours total now. Some of you might look at the uptime and be like, but there's only 3 hours. And that's because at the first 6-hour mark, I ended stream and then restarted so that I could split my VOD for easy upload to YouTube. All right. But we're going to play this game. Thea the Awakening is an old favorite of mine. It's very lore-based. We are essentially playing as a... It's heavily influenced by Slavic mythology, like the original Slavic pantheon. And I say Slavic, not Nordic. So yeah, I have a little over 100 hours in this game. And in that 100 hours, I only completed 20% of the achievements. Just to give it you can get a lot of playtime out of this game. Also, fun fact, this game is actually 75% off right now. It's only $5 on Steam right now. Just heads up, if you watch me play this and you want it, it is $5 right now. Just so you know. Not a sponsor, just, I love this game. I just haven't played it in a while. You know how that goes. But, all right, I'm gonna boot this up. The play. I'm gonna get this. Yeah, I've got 102 hours in a little bit of minutes in this game. It is a card, like all the combat is card based. There's nothing. Thank you for the hydrate, Micah. And like battles are card based. There's a lot of like card based kind of events. But it's heavily lore based in Slavic mythology. I just think it's amazing. I think it's an amazing game. But so you know that. But no, I played it extensively when I was in college. Ah! Hold up. No, hold on. I want you guys to get that intro. Hold on. All right. I forgot that it like immediately jumps into like an intro, so I need to like act quickly to like we're gonna be on here and get the game capture at the same time because it literally automatically goes into like some lore. Windowed, yes, play.
And so it was said that if the pillars of the world shall fall, darkness will descend upon all that lives. From the Book of the Dark. Man,
yeah, you just
heed this warning. The sacred cosmic tree burned to cinder. And so the darkness came, claiming all that was bright and living in Thea. When all hope was lost, after a century without light, the sun rose once more. Thea awakened from her dark slumber, and you along with her. But Thea is not the world that once was. The age of darkness weakens, but it is far from over. Life took its shy roots, yet death will not release its grip easily. While the sun keeps some of the evil in check during the fleeting days, at night, the creatures of darkness roam free and angry, unwilling to give up their dominion over the land. It is up to you to find a way to rebuild Thea, banish the darkness, and strengthen mankind.
okay. Here we are. Now, something cool about this is when you play, you are playing as the deity. The narration is actually really good for this game. I feel like this is a game that some people know about, like it's not completely under the radar, but there's some really good voice acting in this game. So I'm actually really excited that this one got picked by the wheel, because I've been trying to find ways to like incorporate it into the schedule and it just hadn't worked out. I think I'm gonna need to bring the wheel back for the variety days. Alright, but we're gonna play a new game. Like I said, I've never actually played this game on this computer, so I don't have anything unlocked. The more you play, the more play... Oh geez, let me turn that down a little bit. We play as a deity. Oh, hey! I think it actually did save my progress. Thank you, Steam Cloud. So we've got some deities to choose from. I don't have everyone unlocked. I've mostly played with Zoria, so I have a lot of her. Sound effects. All right, so let's go through these, and maybe I've got 5 unlocked, so maybe we'll do a poll and you guys can tell me which deity we should play as. So we have Zoria. Zoria is the dual goddess of the morning and evening stars, the aurora, and the guardian of the world-devouring hound Simargl. When the darkness came, you chose to fall down from the skies and use what power you had left to protect your worshippers. Now the sun is back, but only a few of your people remain. Hungry, weakened, scared. It is time to rise up, whip your men and women into shape, and have them fight for their future. Law and Order, Thea. Next we have Horus. Horus is the Lord of the Night, Master of the Moon. But even you were struck down when the cursed darkness came and stole your mantle. Creatures of the night that were once yours now serve you no more. The sun and moon have returned, so now is time to strike back. Take what was yours and guide your human worshippers into a better future. Next, we've got Makosh. Makosh is the mother of Earth. Life, birth, nature are your domain. You were once the supreme goddess ruling alongside Perrin, but now everything has changed. The darkness devoured your beloved Thea and tarnished all life. You kept a handful of chosen worshippers alive in the bosom of your power, but they are weakened, lost, and scared. You must do all you can to restore balance and keep your people alive. Next we have Morena, who I've also played as before. The goddess of death and rebirth. Like the changing seasons, your domain is the wheel of time and progress. Although you feel that the darkness was just part of the wheel of fortune, now that the sun has returned, it's time to take another step forward. You did not stand guard over your worshippers during the Age of Darkness, but the small rabble that did survive has impressed you enough to warrant your protection now. It is time to bring the next era, so you must guide these people towards greatness. Next, we have Lada. Lada, all was nothingness, quiet and calm, warm and serene, but lonely. For a long time, you were cuddled in a dark cage. Then, one day, you woke, carried on the first ray of light. You touched a single silver seed, and you knew hope was born. A small, starving group of people called out to you in their hour of need. You have answered, becoming Lada, the goddess of hope, beauty, love, and joy. Now you must lend your guiding hand to those who worship you to make sure Thea hears your message. All right, so we're gonna do a poll, and you guys can say which god/goddess to play as. This is like reigniting, like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved this game until I like booted it up and I got all excited and I was like, ooh, I'm playing it again. So we have Zoria, goddess of morning and evening stars. All right, it won't let me type that much. So I'll just say stars. Zoria is stars. Horus is night. Makosh is Mother Earth. Morena is death and time. And Lada, who is the newest goddess, is hope and love. But, mainly hope. I'm going to let it go for, let's say, 3 minutes. I will allow additional votes. What's it going to be? And there's so much like lore events through this. I'm like I said, I'm like, I forgot how much I love this game, and then it like got chosen and I booted it up and I'm like, now I'm like really excited. I'm like a little kid right now. I'm like, ooh, I get to play again. Fair enough, Bluma. You'd be happy with any. That's also fair, Rune. And the more you play as each one, you unlock more powers. Like with each playthrough that you play as them. See, there's levels and God progress because you gain experience through playthroughs. So each time you play as them, they're stronger than the last time you played as them. Ooh, we've got a 3-way race right now between Makosh, Morena, and Lada. Will we meet any of the ones we... maybe. I think I remember having an occasion where I played as one and met Zoria, sort of. So, but also, like, not directly, if that makes sense. Like, they'll be involved in, like, events, maybe, but for the most part, the focus is on you and your worshippers. And like I said, there is a sequel to this that I also own, but I wanted to introduce them in order, and this is the one that I have more, like, actually a lot of time in. Ooh, Makosh is the winner by a narrow margin in a nail-biting race. 1 vote each separating Makosh, Morena, and Lada. So Makosh it is. We are gonna play as Mother Earth. So some of the things, it's like, because we are playing as Mother Earth, our villagers have a green thumb. They're faster at gathering. And because I've played with her before, we also get a +1 to gathering. That's fair. That's fair. They're all wonderful. Like, there's not really a bad option. They're really cool. And as you can see, there are 3 that I have not unlocked to play yet. Even across 100 hours of gameplay, I haven't. Yes, we're doing Mother Earth. So yes. Village focus. Because we're Mother Earth and we're good at gathering, that's what Mother Earth's villagers are. That's what our village focus is going to be. Our village focus is going to be on gatherers. I'm leaving it as just normal set difficulty so you guys can get a real good feel. For reference, there is difficult. There's also godlike as the top tier difficulty. I've never played as godlike. There's also easy. So it's easy to godlike for difficulty in this game. But you can also customize the difficulty, you know, for a thing. And you get, the more difficult you're playing as, the higher your final score multiplier, which contributes to your god's experience level. Yes, we are going to be well fed. So let's dive in.
Is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the High Pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes. This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down. So get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
So yeah, there's two routes to winning the game, basically. Just surviving and progress, or actually solving the mystery of what's going on with the world tree. I'm gonna choose the one that's gonna let you guys see the tutorial, because it's gonna be better at explaining how these things work than me, who hasn't played in 5 years. Which is also another reason why, because it might be good for me to refresh my memory, since I haven't played it in half a decade. Yeah. What's this? Who's talking to me? And what did you mean, looking through people's eyes?
I am but a messenger. Theodore, you can call me. But let us focus on you. Thea is a broken land. The underworld is shut, and the undead roam the earth. And creatures of darkness that ruled for a century want you dead.
Okay, so I need to improve our village and people, so how do I get started?
First, go and explore your village. Check the inventory to see your stocks, and set people to gather food and fuel, like wood. Without food, people will starve. And without fuel, they will not craft or even heal, so these are really important.
Okay, gather food and fuel at the village. Anything else?
Yes. Once you've visited your village, check out the people standing outside. The exploring party. Select your party and send them to me. I will wait for your people outside the village. I have marked your people's map with a big blue question mark, so they will see where I am. Oh, and if you ever forget what your current task is, just check out your logbook.
Alright, check out my village and people first, then send them your way. Let's begin. Enter the minds and bodies of your worshippers and begin the adventure. Alright. So there's a hungry unliving over here that we'll have to fight. But first things first. Well, let me... Real quick, I want you guys to see, like, there's a thing here that's tracking our days, and that it'll cycle through phases of like day, night right here, but my webcam's covering it, so I just wanted you guys to see that. Okay, so we start here in Astoya as our first initial village. There are places that we can raid. There are events we'll encounter, but let's see. We can click here and check our inventory. This shows us our villagers as well. So we have Seruba, Namislav, Tatomir, and Bizui here. We also have 4 children who live in the village. So we have 4 adults and 4 children as part of our main village. We've got some topaz, some leather, some meat, gold, things of that nature, and supplies. Now, the expedition team needs to carry food and fuel with them when they are traveling. So we're not going to move the whole stack, but we should move some food over for the exhibition. Oh, wait. Confirm. Close. If we move them into our village, then we can see the members of our expedition team. So we've got Malamira, Mako, Milos. They all have different skills, too, and health. This will become relevant when we start entering the card battles. And you can see on their thing, kind of what their main skill is. Like, if they're fighters, they've got a sword. If they're more of a production-related person, they have, like, mining bit. We also have like the archery symbol for hunters, or like a knowledge base. So they already have some food. They have malachite. Vine, armor, weapons. Now, we'll want to assign some people to do these tasks because it'll keep the village fed and warm. Now, if they've got the hammer, that means they're better at, like, crafting things. So, but we have a focus on the ability to gather. So we'll set them up here. You can see the crafting menu is like this. So you have like your primary material, secondary material, and a catalyst. So you can see we don't have the materials we need to be making this particular item, because otherwise there would be something in each side highlighted. We can also construct. We don't have enough resources right now to construct. We need some more things. Our expedition party will be able to go find and bring back things for the village to help us build things. So with that, I'm going to have expedition team. Come over here. And then we can hit this for search location.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
So, what now?
Events, such as meeting me, will occur throughout your adventures. Sometimes they are random, sometimes predestined, and always varied. Events can occur when you're out exploring, but also globally, or within your village. So remember, leaving your settlement unattended may be dangerous.
Right. Events can occur at any time, both within the village and out in the world. Anything else?
Many events will ask you to bring stuff or do things in order to move to the next stage. I asked you before to gather food and fuel in your village. So you can gather resources in your village, but also by setting up a camp when you're out exploring. To set up camp, stand on an empty hex and choose the tent icon from the mini HUD.
Right. We can gather by setting up camps in the world. Got it.
Good. Now events can lead to conversations or just random disasters, but they can also lead to challenges. To show you what I mean, track down a pack of boars nearby, marked by a blue question mark, and bring me back their bones.
All right. Point me in the direction of those boars. So here's the boars we gotta fight. It's only one skull difficulty. We can probably take these guys. All right. You can, once you're like, if you get bored of like that, you can auto-resolve. Sometimes you get better outcomes. This way. All right. Keep and play. This is what combat is like. Player's turn. 12 plus 6. I'm gonna yeah, a little bit like that. You can use your tactical hand to support your allies. Hi. In this one for combat. Now, right now we're just setting up the order. So you can see that they'll end up going first. unless we use this and say first action. That moves our card to first in line. But now we've got to give them a turn to place their card. Next, I'll put him. And then I'm also going to make sure that he's shielded because he'll have 2 enemies, well, at least 1 enemy go before him. Okay. Fight phase 1 of 2. Two of 2. So Henrik took a little bit of damage. He'll heal. They do, your village characters can die, can and will die. But we did get some new shields as well. But that ends our day as far as what we can do.
You find the boars Theodore told you about. There is only a couple, so it should not be too hard. However, instead of a straight fight, you can try to do a proper hunt. If you have the right skills, that is. Or better yet, you can go all native on these beasties and wrestle them to the ground. Not an easy option, that one.
You can tell the difficulty of an encounter by seeing how many skulls, or the color of the skull, as the case may be, next to the option.
Great. You have the right skill, in this case gathering, to enter into an alternate challenge. In non-fight challenges, the wounds you get during the challenge do not carry over after it finishes, meaning you have less of a risk of dying.
So we get first move on this. Sort of like initiative, you know? And we win.
Stalked the boars like a pro.
So we get some leather and some bone and some meat.
Plentiful as a straight fight, but you did not risk getting wounds, so your people will not have the danger of dying now.
Take it and leave. So like Henrik, he's still a little wounded. He gets like another health per turn. equipment, though, we can look at them specifically when it comes to their equipment. Oh, that's too heavy for you. Yeah, it's like tabletop card game combat. Too heavy for you. Are any of you guys strong enough? Oh, I bet you were. Yeah, you're strong enough for that armor. What about you? Give some shields. Make sure everybody's... Now, some weapons are two-handed, so they don't get the option of a shield. Like this great sword and that axe. And some people have very low, like, carrying capacity. And they also will level up as they get more experience. Okay. All right, now we can research things as well, and we should. Let's see. So we get advancement points, and that's how we can spend on gathering, crafting, and construction. Research to unlock. We've got another villager. No, wait. Oh, he's just complaining because he doesn't have anything to do. I will set him to make some gathering tools. And we can see it'll take him 4 turns. You can have multiple people assigned to shorten crafting or building times.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city engulfed in mist and mystery.
Search
the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Yay! We got some dark wood, some fur leather, and some amber.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city. One of many buildings you tirelessly searched through contains a closed stash. It takes you almost an hour to open it, but luckily, it's not empty.
Alright, got another big weapon. how does that compare to the weapons they have? Now, it's a two-handed weapon. It does a lot more damage, and it's got a poison. It would mean giving up the shield that he's got. How does it compare for this guy's? It's less. The sword provides a little bit of shielding, which she wouldn't get with this, but it would give more damage and poison. Mix around some equipment here. Okay. Oh wait, I think we were supposed to go back to Theodore and I forgot.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
Okay, we have the bones.
Well done. And keep your resources. They may come in handy on a rainy day, you know. As you saw, you got both experience points and research points, on top of any material rewards. All of these will help you grow stronger.
Okay, so we gain experience and research by doing such tasks, and we can get rewards. So what now?
So, you've discovered that some events will let you solve a situation through more than combat. These non-combat challenges are often just as hard, but it means that fighting is not the only way. Remember, wounds from combat challenges can kill your people even after the fight, so choosing a different path is often safer. And having a medic in your party will help decrease the chances of dying as well. Anyway, great job on the boars.
Thanks, I think I'm getting the hang of
Practice
things.
makes perfect, you know. So now that the boars are done for, let's practice one more challenge type. Social encounters. I spotted a fellow demon called Ulrich, and I want you to convince him to give you some gold. When you have it, bring it back here.
Okay, go talk to Holik. Get him to give us some gold for you. Got it. Leveled up.
You find the hermit Theodore spoke of. He sits on a rock and stares at you with his large yellow eyes.
What do you want? You looking for trouble? Because I can get you some.
He clenches his tiny fists at you.
No trouble, little fella. Just want to talk.
Little? Who are you calling little, you overgrown pile of softy fish bags, you?
The creature huffs and puffs at you, shaking its fists violently.
Alright, our apologies, sir. Little is a mark of honor in our village, you know. Like we say, hey there, village elder. You're very little today.
Sir, don't you see that I am a woman? Ah, but a compliment you say. Well, I suppose being little is way better than being big. So you're kind of clever to call each other little, even though you're clearly vertically challenged. So, what's your business here?
Well, we were told you have some gold, and we really need it. A fella called Theodore said you may be able to help out. Hmm. Hmm.
All right. Theodore is clearly up to his old tricks. Sending you here for his gold. Here you go, and tell him to come himself next time.
Oh, okay, thanks. Leave.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
Right, we got the gold for you.
Good, you got the gold. That wretched woman owes me, but I have no desire to speak to her. Anyway, it's a matter of principles rather than the gold itself, so just keep it. You may need it to craft better stuff, you know.
Thanks. So what now?
Social challenges, as you saw, you will face your opponent, but different skill sets become relevant, such as speech, attractiveness, and will. So just remember, different challenges use different skills. And so your party composition can have a great impact on the way you explore the world. As you perhaps noticed, you got research points as well as XP. You need research points to discover new materials and recipes for crafting and new buildings for your village.
Right, so I get both experience and research knowledge by exploring and even killing stuff. Got it.
Now, you will notice that some equipment as well as buildings in your village require a lot of stuff, often things that are not easily gathered or commonly found. For such needs, I also recommend scouring the world map in search of old ruins, abandoned tunnels, ancient towers. You get the gist, right? It so happens that I know of an old dungeon that you can explore and loot. I have marked this place on your map. Well, yes, I have a second task for you to do at any time you're ready. Craft me 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food. Any type. You may want to research some varieties as well to match your supplies. Also, leave these 10 crafted foods in the village until I show up. You don't have to rush with this one. Take your time and get to grips with managing your settlement. Remember to check the magical help button to read more. Yeah, I know.
Alright. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right.
You enter an underground complex that turns out to be some old, long-forgotten dungeon. You're not sure what used to be the purpose of these dungeons, but they seem large. Inside, there are 2 main tunnels leading deeper into the complex. You take a left and go down a long, winding corridor, with empty alcoves spread about in equal spaces, each alcove hiding a potential doorway to explore. You enter one such opening, and you arrive at a small, empty chamber. You were about to leave when a ghost stands in your way. I am Zarazar. Please don't go yet. My spirit has been trapped here for decades. I cannot leave here, you see, because everywhere I go, I bring disease and death with me. But I do not want to do this.
Oh no.
No, wait. In this chamber and only here, I do not spread the filthy plague unless I touch someone. This is why I haven't left in decades. Please help me.
Does sound terrible.
All you have to do is to willingly let me touch you. I know this is asking much, but if you win with the disease, and I think you will, I will reward you, I swear. Once you have healed, I will no longer bear my curse of Zarazar. I was a donor once, a friendly demon, helping people. If you help, I will bless your entire party. You will be healthier for a time, but if you fail, one of you may fall ill.
No way.
You enter an
Let's go right.
You take the right turn and go down a wide corridor with many doors on both sides. You try one of the chambers, and you see an imposing tombstone with 2 granite gargoyles on each side and some old candles spread at its feet. The candles suddenly light up. A bloodthirsty Striga rises from its tomb and attacks you.
Megalodon, thank you for redeeming the medieval fact of the day. Let's see. My medieval fact of the day. It's like, okay, so when you think of like the Black Death, what creature do you think of? Rats, right? You think of rats. Rats were not the cause of the Black Death. It wasn't the rats, it was the fleas that traveled on the rats that caused the Black Death. That's like my main medieval fact that I have here. I need to watch some more documentaries and read some more articles. Let's see. Trying to think. Yeah, it was fleas. It was all fleas, and they gave rats a bad rep. Even though it wasn't the rats' fault. So, damn fleas, that's right. Oh, I've got another one that's related to plague. Okay, so there were two main areas of Europe that managed to survive relatively unaffected during the Black Death. They used very different methods to contain the disease. Place number one is what we would call modern day Poland area. You'd be like, Poland? Why Poland? Because there were a lot of Jews. There were a lot of Jews in Poland, and their response to illness was, oh, you're not feeling well? Here, have a bath. Have a bath. That'll make you feel better. And that helped. That helped a lot. And so that particular area of Europe did not have a whole lot of loss of life the way the rest of Europe did. Except for one other place that took a very different approach to containing the spread of disease. And that's Milan. Yes, Milan, Italy. Their response to, oh, you're not feeling well, was, we're gonna lock you and all your family members in your house and burn it down with you inside. They had very different responses to containing the disease. I mean, it worked. It's not funny, but it also, just the contrast is kind of funny. But yeah, those are your medieval facts. They're plague related today. Imagine if that had been our response to COVID, though. The world would be a very different place. We would be down so many people, right? Okay. All right. Well, I guess now our options are, do we take the right side's option and fight? Or do we go back, do the left, and do the sickness challenge? They're equal difficulty. Technically, the sickness one is safer, even though it could make one of our people ill.
You enter an underground complex that turns out to be some old, long-forgotten... You come back to the ruins, but realize either an earthquake or someone powerful has collapsed the entrance completely.
Dang, because I chose neither, I lost the chance for anything. I forgot about that. You can't just, like, leave and come back. It's fine. We're gonna take out these, like, bat things. Yeah, we're hunters. Let's hunt. We don't have to go full frontal. Begin combat. Oh, wait. After this, I need to remember to turn the music down just a little bit. We got some meat and a shirt. Let's see, settings. Music volume, let's turn down just a little bit. That's better. All right, we can research something. Oh, I want you guys to see this. We can get a cabbage field. If we build the cabbage field, sometimes a baby is found among the cabbages. A true Cabbage Patch Kid. You remember the smell of those dolls? I never owned one.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in.
Hey, one of the kiddos grew up.
Mature into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
The child killed a mouse with its bare little hands. Looks like a promising warrior. Kid worked in fields a long time. It's time to take their rightful place between proud gatherers. Kid studied a lot. Crafting will help us build a better future. What do y'all think? Is it a warrior, a gatherer, or a crafter? Zeppy says warrior.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The
Tomash has joined the village.
The youngster places a food offering
Dang,
at the
he
altar of their
ripped.
gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Celebrate rite of passage. You're telling me this guy... Hold on, let's go. Equipment. This guy just became a young adult? Really? That's what you're trying to convince me of? I don't know that I believe it. Tomasz! I need to see some ID, sir. That's some warrior, right? He's ripped. Absolutely ripped.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You open one of the buildings, a strange-looking stone and metal-built affair, and you hear a clunking noise, then a blunt thud. Before you are able to do anything, you see a skeleton charging your way.
2 arms! 4 hulking rat and 1 skeleton. Hold up. Dang it, that wasn't better. All my strongest people are in my tactical hand. What's up with that? Oh, smash. First action. At least she's strong. No! No, 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 no. Love you too, Bluma. Enjoy your self-care. Oh my gosh. I mean, it kind of makes sense because they ambushed us, but also, like, no! I don't want anybody to die. The rat looks terrifying. Right there, rats of unusual size. Oh, we might lose somebody. We are not strong enough for this yet.
Search the buildings and discover a supplies store still
Baska
intact.
is bleeding! We need to get back to the village ASAP. Encounter. You see a falling star shooting across the night sky. For some, it may be a blessing of Zoria. For others, a warning. Only the gods know what comes next. Accept what the gods send. Upped crafting skill and also deforming cursed. Seruba and Tatomir. Both, they lost some attractiveness. Is what it comes down to, which affects their social abilities, to be clear. But they got deformed by the curse. I'm gonna have them... Order Bosca. Only 1 health. Let's see if we can construct anything. Different expedition. Hold on, Leo's doing something. Let's see. There. Let's give you a better weapon. Excuse me. Inventory. Okay. Got that, got that. Hmm. Let's see. Okay. All right. We've reset up that. All right. Let's fish goulash. Let's make that. Okay. No, I wasn't planning to play Sims today. Meg's Pie. It's a variety day. Okay. Okay. Let's go hunting. I'm gonna let this auto-resolve. Ooh, we got a, it looks fancier than it is. It's a plain shirt, but it'll provide armor. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks like a cool cloak. And I'm like, no, it's just a plain shirt, but it looks fancy. Provides 1 armor. It's bad quality, but it's something. It's at least something. Alright. Encounter! Aw, jeez. Ambush! We're not all that strong at the moment. But at least these are weak. Okay. All right.
It is time for the Night of the Goat, a feast in honor and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Zeadi.
Great. Begin the celebrations.
Food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But this night, the Zeadi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man, speaks with a heavy, coarse voice. You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you of any curses you carry, and if your souls are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city we once called home and seek us out. And if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more. The Zeadi all nod in agreement, then disappear.
Tatamir and Seruba are freed from their deforming curse. And Tatamir gained some wisdom. we can assassinate 2 sneaking. Gain a shield, a bone, and a studded staff. Take the stuff and continue. Problem is I need to find like a fruit, a grain, or vegetables in the amount that I do not have.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up.
Hey,
But alas,
another
you
one.
must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
You can be a crafter. Why not?
Is an important rite of
Tos-
passage. The whole village
Toslava.
celebrates this joyous occasion.
Toslavka.
The places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good.
Alright. I see something heading towards our village. Alright. Hunting. I'm gonna let it auto-resolve. Hey, we got some polpetti, minced meatballs seasoned and served with gravy.
Theodore, welcome. Excellent stuff. Perhaps you noticed how the dungeon had many routes to explore.
Okay. Ooh, encounter. A wandering elf walks into your village and asks for a place to rest before moving on. In the name of Lada's kindness, let the traveler sit and share our food with him. Kill the elf and get his stuff. We'll not share our food, take all he has and chase him away. I don't want to be mean to the elf man. Let's be nice, let's be nice. Let's share some food. We have food. We're doing really well with fish. We have lots of fish. Hey! We share food and the stranger imparts his wisdom upon you as thanks. So they gain some herbalism, some intelligence, and some folklore knowledge. That's a good trade.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city. You open one of the buildings, a strange-looking stone and metal.
Oh, geez. Let's try this. Let's see. We're not gonna come out of this unscathed.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Well, at least we got some good supplies out of the place, but we need to bring Mako back to the village. Or at least camp. We could camp. Those who are not injured, gather some coal. Alright, abilities improving. Encounter! Oh dear. With 4 warped snake. Shield our most injured. What? Okay. Ooh, we got a mask. Iron mask. You can hide unwanted twins in it, or just wear it to look cooler. If you know, you know. Let's see. Okay. Alright, we got some coal. Let's break camp. We're no longer in danger of dying. That's our supplies. Enough for 6 turns.
A small group of travelers passes by your village. You exchange basic supplies and talk. Because of your kindness, they tell you of a herbalist living in a solitary hut out in the wilderness. They say she can cure any poison and even heal wounds, for a price, of course. They give you a map to the herbalist's hut and depart on their journey.
Great, worth checking out if we're ever wounded or poisoned. Ooh, encounter. During your travels, you come across a goblin lying near dead in some trap. Makosh favors life. We shall rescue the goblin. Kill the green skin and rob it. Just leave him be, it's not our concern. We could try for a physical challenge. Let's try. Let's try. I bet we can do it. Choose kindness. Why not, right? Ouch. Let's see if we can make this happen. Maybe not. I don't think... Yeah, no, we're losing this challenge. Oh, maybe not. I don't think we're gonna win this. But we will have tried. We might. We might just pull this off. We managed it. It took 3 rounds and like all our strength, but we did. Oh, I thank you, people. I thank you. May the spirits walk your path in good grace. We got some extra health for Mako and Tomasz. Makosh's will, friend. Farewell to you. All right. Give some coal. And clay and limestone. The leathers. Fork over the loot. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got stuff we gotta get away from the village here. At least they look like easy battles. Sneak! Auto-resolve. Alright. Encounter malicious spiders. I want to reshuffle. Slightly better. All right. There we go. We got some spider silk and a doctor's medicus. You know, sometimes the only medicine is a hard hit in the noggin. Take the loot. Ooh, encounter. You come across some dead bodies, likely left there by bandits as they seem stripped naked. Prepare a burial ritual for the dead. Alas, the underworld is beyond reach, and these wretched souls rise up against you before the burial is done. They must be destroyed. A forlorn wraith and a regular wraith. Oh, wow. But Mako is injured again. Oh, jeez. How injured? Pretty injured. I'm gonna switch you out with our other main warrior in town here. And we can go back to fighting.
An unexpected visitor, Theodore, arrives at your village.
Your food stocks have grown. Your people are learning how to live in the awakened Thea once more. Ah, that's the spirit. I knew we could count on you. I must warn you, others have tried and failed before you, so the road will not be easy.
Do you know anything more about what happened to the cosmic tree or why the darkness came?
I know some, but I do not hold the answers you need to seek. I know that once Thea was a land ruled by high magic. A land where demons were kept in check by the peoples, and by the cosmic balance upheld by the gods. The pillars of Thea stood sturdy and held our world together. Now the barriers between the lands of the living and those of the dead are torn asunder, and thus darkness holds a tight grip on us. Without your aid, whatever made the sun return may not hold for long, and the age of darkness may descend upon us once again. There have been those who sought to undo this curse, those who were
Leo's
charged
doing
with the
something.
guardianship of Thea's pillars, and who have failed us. Some were the ancient peoples you call elves. Some were avatars of your gods, and some just people who proved worthy. And yet they all failed thus far. Here, on this map, I marked a spot where one such guardian may hold answers for you.
Without giving you a chance to say anything more, Theodore disappears, leaving you with a map.
Okay, we'll take the map. Alright, take the loot. Sneak. Okay. Okay. Hunting, auto resolve. Ooh, hey, we got some armor. It's very, very heavy armor. Who's the strongest? Okay, you can handle that. You can handle that. Let's see. Okay. Fights! Hunting. Go hunting. Auto resolve. We got more stuff, including some seaweed pie. Let's see. Random resources. Let's do that. Can we build it? Can we build it? Yes, we can. But can we really? The answer is no, we cannot. Because we don't have enough hay or string. Okay. All right. All right. Leo, I can't have you on the desk right now, son. All right. Well, we're slowly but surely gathering up spider silk. But we only have 5. Alright, let's empty the inventory things that we don't need. Free up weight. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, we're good here. So now let's... Wait, there's a new spider nest. And not the friendly neighborhood kind. All right, ruins.
You stumble across some ruins. You open one of the buildings. A strange...
Time to fight. Good thing I got everybody all beefed up with good equipment. Hmm. Leo, get down. Stop. Stop. Leo, please stop trying to pull my speakers off the desk. Okay. Let's go.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Awesome. We got stuff.
You stumble across. You open one of the buildings.
Ah, come on. Okay. There he is. Ouch. Hey, but he is definitely
And discover a supplies
injured.
store still
Hey, we got
intact.
some fruit though. If I'd set up just slightly over in any direction. Hold up. There we go. Not you. You're the injured one. Oh, our food supplies are low. Time to head back.
You enter what used to be some old city. Some of it lies...
No, I don't. Change my mind. Alright. Almost got back with the village. Give over the amber, the silver, the bone, string. Any weapons that we're not using. Okay. Hey, we can make a well now. Be better if we could make it with the spider silk, because you get better bonuses from better quality materials. See, how we doing? All right, I think we're good. Oh, and I wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay, managed supplies a little bit. Resupplied the expedition. Let's keep going. Ooh, encounter. Come across a goblin encampment. You spot that they are holding some humans, including children, hostage and torturing them. Dang. It looks like we'd have an easier time killing them, but then the hostages might end up caught in the crossfire. 7 sneaking. Oh dang, I should have gone with combat. I don't think I'm gonna pass this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna fail. The hostages are gonna die. It's all terrible.
You go down to the fields to check if any crops survived this night, and you discover a large molehill.
Ahoy!
A looking mole carrying a small shovel pops up from the hill and exclaims, "Ahoy!" It seems really happy about something.
Hi there?
The mole does not respond. It just stares at you, especially at your clothes for some reason.
Well, just wave at it.
It waves back, exclaims, "Ahoy!" once more, and then disappears into the molehill, but it leaves behind a small bundle for you.
Oh, nice. Take the presents.
You enter what used to be some old city. Some of it lies submerged in murky dark waters, and you explore the forlorn city.
Alright, A lot of enemies. Leo, you can't be up there. At least, like, there's a lot of them, but they're weak. So... Death by 1,000 paper cuts. You all can hear him. Yeah, he's like, Ma, you haven't paid any attention to me all day. Oh. Ooh, you know, I think that's a new fact for me, Bluma. Thank you. That's really interesting. Okay.
You defeat your enemy. You continue your scouting and find an old stockroom, still stacked with good resources.
Yeah, bleeding. Ooh, I see where I can get fruit. Need to take care of the bleedingness, though.
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal until death can claim its prize.
Namislav! Taken too soon. And so more souls join the beyond. Rip, that's right. It wouldn't let me make camp. I was out of movement.
In the midst of your day's work, a vision appears in all your minds at once. You see a calm lake, as if untouched by any darkness. In the middle of the lake, there stands a lone figure, beckoning you to join her.
I don't know about strange ladies lying in lakes.
You soon know you are standing in the presence of Mother Earth, Mokosh herself. She smiles at you, a
Never mind.
warm smile that feels so safe and calm.
I take it back.
Then she opens the palm of her hand, and you see the ruins of some grand building. You know instantly where it is, and you know it is important that you go there.
Better check it out at some point. Divine Quest. Where did we go? Where are we? Oh, here we go. I just doubted myself is what happened. Because I am both the goddess and my own villagers. Ah, encounter. Aw, man. Really? A bear, 2 wolves, and 5 hulking rats? Come on. I don't have that many people with me. I should have retreated. I should have retreated. I shouldn't have. Oh. Rawr. The bear is scary. Like, what is with this team up? What is with this team up of wolves, rats, and bear? Hopefully we can survive it. Take out the bear first. It's the heavy hitter. Oh, come on. Stop! Leave him alone! No, Milosh! We won, but my gosh, Milosh, we might lose him. A good thing we were already camping. He will live! Oh, we're like too heavy now. Okay. Confirm. Confirm. Move all the materials and stuff over. Next kid who becomes an adult, you gotta be a warrior. Okay. Give you some armor. Okay. Give a few things back that we can't use. We could use some more foods. Okay, and Astoya, let's look. Production. Ooh, this will give us a +2 to attract humans. Okay. Travel.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas,
A warrior.
an adult
We
is
need
an
a
important
warrior.
message.
Pekoslava, welcome to the village as official adult.
Places a food offering.
Good night, Zeppy! Let me take you in. Let me take you in. Nyeh. Yeah, have a good night, Zeppy! What do we find over here?
Your scouts report something of interest nearby and mark it on your maps.
Investigate.
Spot the ruins of a very strange building in the distance. It is large, secluded, and built entirely out of topaz. It could have been some place of worship. It seems to be abandoned now, but therefore...
Place to see. Okay. I want to see the divine quest here.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go. You enter the old building, and soon realize it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall, there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance?" he chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world. "Why, I am the porter, of course, here to meet and greet you and direct you to the faculty you seek. So are you here for the tour, to sign up, or perhaps you've come for the board meeting?"
Board meeting?
"Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room." You look towards the stairway, and you see it is crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb. You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms, filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment, and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the center, by a large round table, sit 6 people, dressed in academic gowns. One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink, and an old man's face stares at you. "Hello there. I see you have come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive."
Our god told us to come here.
So they are finally strong enough to try and regain their powers, and so they send you to seek answers.
What do you know of our god's
In
power?
short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon, to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference. It was not easy, nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god, you see, had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would.
Why did you do it? Why did you burn the tree and hurt the
Well,
gods?
that's a funny story in itself, I suppose. We were tricked by the Human Advancement Department. We were presented with false data to suggest that the gods were about to destroy all life, that they'd grown arrogant and wanted to wipe Thea of humans to create a new, more obedient kind. Anyway, it was all a lie, and those who knew the real reason are no longer with us.
You've pretty much destroyed Thea for a theory that turned out to be bollocks.
Yeah, in hindsight, it all seems rather ridiculous, but you don't know how it is when you're in the zone. And it was a good theory in principle. I mean, there is no definite proof that the gods didn't plan our demise.
It sounds crazy.
Yes, genius too. No? But these two often walk hand in hand. It was no small feat for man to defy the divine, you know. In principle, all we had to do is distract each deity long enough so that the other department, the Human Advancement, had time to destroy the cosmic tree. But we realized that without magic of the strongest kind, we would fail. The elder peoples would not help, of course. They were sworn to uphold the pillars of the world. Many human kings and queens were also charged with championing the gods or protecting these sacred places. Thus, finding grand mages willing to do the job was impossible.
So you turned to dark magic.
Yes, or rather they turned to us. I guess they have a nose for such things. A mage arrived at our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured out he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we still couldn't say no. It was him or nothing.
So faced with working with an entity so evil that it almost devoured our world, more than once, on more than one continent, you thought it'll all be fine? You said you were a professor? Also, I love that. Did your mama never teach you if something is too good to be true, it probably is? I mean, Dark Lord, the name doesn't just stick to you for nothing.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us.
Disgusting. And you're telling us no one realized what you were up to.
There were suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step one of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods. Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands, every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen.
So you said Makosh didn't bite your bait. So how did you make her distracted?
Well, in truth, she was the easy one, but only because she is so intimately connected to Thea. It was actually one of the most shameful acts. Well, before we realized we destroyed the world, that is. There was a sacred garden, a cradle of life, deep within the oceans. The elven people often went there to release their souls from the burden of their bodies and thus become pure energy. It was the favored seat of Mokosh, and we destroyed it. The blow was so severe she was in shock for long enough for Phase 2.
Dare we even ask what Phase 2
Sacrificed
was?
a monastery devoted to her worship. Mokosh is the mother of all things. Once the garden was gone, she was left vulnerable. The death of thousands of her worshippers was a blow too far. Normally, the others would have been called to aid, and they were, but none responded, at least not in time.
So even before you destroyed Thea completely, you slaughtered thousands of innocent lives and destroyed a sacred place. And you were still thinking, it's all for science? You're insane.
Villainous, gruesome, evil or impressive, grand and astonishing. It was all of those and none. Folly. That is what it truly was. For how can man ever hope to bring peace and prosperity by employing murder?
Really,
dark
right,
magic, and
Bluma?
deceit? Mokosh is the mother that Thea needs now. You need to find a way to restore her strength. I know not how to do it, but go to the Oracle, the one we trapped to help us with our stupidity. Ask her.
Fine, we will. Where can we find her?
Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now.
Yeah, no. Why would we help you?
Because you need our help. Because you're merciful. Because you believe we paid enough.
I don't think you've paid enough.
We wrote about this
You
subject.
kidding?
In any case, choose your reason.
You destroyed the world and you think you get to have an end term to your punishment? I'm sorry, but if you destroy the world, kill thousands upon thousands and millions of people, there should be no end to your punishment. I don't know, call me out. Call me out in chat if you're like, no, Mercy, you know, it's been a couple hundred years. They've been punished enough. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm just out of... Broski, you're done. What don't you get about this? Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Is there any reason to have mercy for what you've done? Oh, I like this. The fact that you're using information as leverage for your release means you've learned nothing.
Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults.
Really, you're not really sounding like it.
Like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death, but eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released.
Let's see. Option 1. You have sentenced Thea to death, and worse yet, you have taken arms against our gods. You shall suffer the punishment that you were sentenced to. Give us the location or suffer a death. That doesn't make sense. They want to die. Your crimes are despicable, your arrogance beyond measure, and your stupidity in trusting dark forces goes beyond any measure. But your fate seems dire, and there's little point in more suffering in this world. Give us the location first, and we will then think about releasing you. What do y'all think? I mean, we could say this and then say, no, we're not going to release you. Yeah.
The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it.
Definitely... Let's see. I don't think we should do 1. Because if we fight, we're probably gonna lose, like, have some people end up, like, die, like, dead. The Supreme Mother knows forgiveness, even in the face of such gruesome crimes as yours. We'll keep our word and try to release your souls, so that you may pay your price as you should in the afterlife. Intellect. I'm pretty sure if we try to leave, they're just gonna attack us. Our Mother of Life does not abide death easily, but neither do we agree with setting you free. You shall remain here and pay your price until such time as the gods deem it sufficient. So technically option 3 is like us saying, yeah, no, you're gonna suffer forever. Number 3, my lord. Okay.
You feel the knowledge of the place you seek enter your mind, and so you leave the university and its doomed fellows to their cursed fate.
Oh,
The
hey.
academics simply nod and return to their table. You hear them debating the merits of your decision. As you abandon this place of knowledge, you feel a dose of approval from your deity.
We made
In your
Mokosh
hearts,
proud.
You know this was not exactly the route you should have taken.
Within your hearts, you know this was not exactly the route you should have taken. Well, oh well. Tomasz and Vaclav have been blessed with attractiveness. Oh, we're hot now? Yeah, nice. Yeah. Alright. We'll be looking for a friend to raid out to here shortly.
You stumble across some ruins. You open one of them. You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Hey, we got nuts. And weapons and stuff. Oh, encounter. Okay. All right.
You find the place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl
Skeletal?
cowers behind
I've
him.
always
The man
heard it
speaks
said
in a clattering,
skeletal.
hard voice.
Is this a dialect thing? Let's see. Easy there. We're searching for answers and we were told this is the place for us. We've come a long way seeking a way to restore power to our gods. Do you know what we speak?
Restoring power to your gods, a grand task indeed. The Oracle knows much, that much is true. And how exactly did you find your way here?
We followed a path set out by our deity. The steps unimportant.
Yes, in truth we have sensed this much. Otherwise I would not make this tower seem to you. The Oracle, Ileana, as you can see, cannot speak to you, nor can she defend herself from those who would abuse her talent. Not after what the university did to her, and so I have vowed to shield her. We have waited for one to come seeking this truth. Ileana has foreseen it, but she could not see who it will be, nor when they will come.
Great. So how do we reclaim our god's power?
Ileana holds answers to many questions, yes. But are you worthy of receiving them? And more importantly, are you willing to face your fate in order to learn your future?
Face our fate.
I sense your connection to your gods and their blessing fresh upon your souls. Thus, I judge you worthy of the attempt. However, the Oracle can only guide you to find answers. You may need to face trials to receive what you seek, and these may prove difficult, if not lethal.
We're ready to try it.
Who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind her protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The Oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there. You enter the tower and find yourself walking on the surface of an endless
Oh,
ocean.
heck no.
Beneath
We
your
are
feet,
gonna
the water
fail
is clear
this.
and calm. You even see fish swimming in swarms, swerving from side to side. From
No
the depths
worries,
of the water rises
Bluma.
a figure,
I enjoyed
furred
hanging
from
out with you
water,
too.
clear,
I hope you
warrior-clad
sleep
in
well
armor,
if you do
seemingly
fall
ready for
asleep.
combat.
I'm
Yet
going to
none of
preemptively tuck you in. Just in case. Aww. I had a lot of fun with the fundraising. Remember that your punches are still valid. You can use them in any future stream until they're used up. We're going to absolutely fail this.
You failed your challenge. You feel a gust of cold air that grabs hold of your body.
Dang. Alright, and on that note, I do think we're going to save and then raid out. So let us see who we know who is streaming. Oh geez, I know no one. I know absolutely no one. I'm not used to this. I thought I was following enough people that there was always someone I know streaming, but apparently not. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't raid. Because I'm too tired to look for somebody new to raid. Hopefully you all can understand that. And, but yeah, I think we'll, yeah, just as cozy, we're just gonna cozy our way out of here. Get out. But I hope you enjoyed the game. Remember, Thea the Awakening is actually on sale right now. If, like, not just letting you know, like, if you were really intrigued by this game, it is, Steam considers it mature rated because there's some, like, I guess, some mature themes. It didn't used to be considered mature. But it is only $5 and that lasts for another 3 days. Sale ends on February 5th. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna just end stream because I don't know anybody and I've been streaming for 12 hours and I don't have the energy to meet somebody new right now. But I had loads of fun today. I hope you did too. We played 4 new to stream games today. We played, man, it feels like more than one day. I'm like, brain going back. We played Pillars of the Earth. We played, Yes, Your Majesty. We played Patron, and we played Thea the Awakening. But I hope you all have a wonderful night, a wonderful Monday. I'll post my schedule into Discord in the morning. But it'll be a goodbye for now, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and I will see you next time.